Johnny.
You're still afraid.
Stop it now, I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
I am Dracula.
Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
The Thing from Another World. This is the spot where it was first seen. And these are the first people who saw the Thing.
Captain, it was awful. You could see those hands and those eyes. Captain, you've got to do something about it. You've got.
Is it human or inhuman? Earthly?
What is going on? Welcome back to the Spooky Boon podcast. It has been a fat minute since I've been on here. I know it's definitely been well over a month. Let me actually look when the last episode was. February 17th. It's seriously been that long. Holy crap. So it's been well over half a year since I've been on this podcast, and hopefully this will be the one that makes me want to go consistent with it and keep consistent with it. I think it's something I would enjoy doing if I would just do it. But anyway, pretty much just want to kick off this one. We're right smack dab in the middle of spooky season. Well, in the middle of September. Some people don't count spooky season until October, but for me it starts at September 1st. And we're rounding out the end of September pretty quickly. I'm recording this midnight. It's September 16th technically. It's 12:06. But basically the night of the 15th. Start off with a little bit of channel news / channel update. I just now ended the Omen franchise, and I actually put out a poll what my next franchise will be, even though October is coming up really fast. And I'll obviously be doing the Halloween movies whenever it comes around. It's something I've been planning on doing for a long time, and I definitely want to do it. I'll have to put my nose to the grindstone, though, if I want to get all those in for October. But I did put a poll out. I might go ahead and just start another franchise, and then I can maybe sneak it in between the Halloween movies, and if not, I can continue it in November. I did a first poll of the Amityville Horror and Poltergeist franchises. I'm not too sold on those. Maybe the Poltergeist. I actually put the Amityville Horror on there prematurely. I didn't realize how many freaking movies there are in that franchise. There's literally I think over 13 or 14 movies. So, which I guess that's about how long Friday the 13th and Halloween and them are, but it's pretty long. Poltergeist isn't as bad. I think there's 4 movies. There's the original, then 2 sequels to that one, and then there's a remake. So that one's not too bad. And I did another poll that was Psycho, Children of the Corn, Paranormal Activity, The Exorcist. The Exorcist won by a pretty good margin on that one. But I'm also not very sold on that one. I mean, it wouldn't be bad to do. Paranormal Activity got the second least on that poll, but for some reason I've just been in the mood to watch those and review them. I haven't seen all of them. I've seen the first one prominently. All of the others, I've just kind of seen clips of them, I think. Maybe the second and third one. Beyond that, I have no clue. I don't even remember the second one at all. I just know that I've probably seen clips of them around. The first one's the only one that I prominently remember watching and remembering in recent time. But I don't know. I think I'll start one of those and just do them in between the Halloween movies. I'm leaning toward Paranormal Activity just because I think it'll fit good. But I don't know. Maybe I'll go more by the percentages and do that. I'll probably be doing vlogs now that October's coming around. some reason when fall hits, cold weather hits, I get in the mood to do more vlogs for no reason. I guess it's because I like being out more during the fall. I stay inside more during the heat and the really cold winter, but during the fall, it's just best time to get out for me. I love going horror movie shopping and going to my Spirit, which I just found out is open. I'm going to talk about more of that later because I want to look at their new stuff at the end of this episode. I'll probably be hitting them up tomorrow for sure because I just found out tonight that they're open. I didn't know they opened yet. Mine usually takes forever to open. It's usually like the end of the first week of October before they open, which is ridiculous to me. I think they should open September 1st. I think they would make a lot more money. But I don't know. Who am I to make those decisions? So look out for more vlogs. I know last year, me and Preston made a Spirit Halloween kind of Halloween hunting vlog. And it is by far my most popular video. It's got like 27,000 views, which is crazy because it has pretty much nothing to do with what I do on this channel besides it's horror related. I do movie reviews, but a vlog where me and my buddy just walk around Spirit is my most viewed video by thousands. So I enjoy doing them anyway, so we'll definitely do more. And I'll probably do more than I did last year. I think I did 2 of them last year. I might do more than that. Probably maybe 2 at minimum at least. And then hopefully we talked about it going spook house, and I'm talking about my buddy Preston or P-Wing on YouTube. We talked about doing spook houses because we didn't go at all last year. Me and him have always loved spook housing. So we're thinking about at least hitting up one, and I'll probably make that a vlog. So hopefully we can get around to doing that at some point. We'll probably tag along Ruger with us, Trenton. I'll link both of their channels down below. I don't know how active they are. I know Ruger just started up again, but nevertheless, I'll link those below so you know who they are. I think that's it for what I wanted to talk about in the beginning. There's not much more channel news than that. Just look forward to the Halloween movie reviews. I want to catch up on some newer movies, 2024 movies that I mean, I've watched quite a few and I just haven't made reviews for them. Like I watched Long Legs, I've watched Maxine. I'm halfway through that new Deliverance movie on Netflix. It's pretty good. I stopped watching it and I need to go finish it. I actually made a list of what all I've watched. I seen Immaculate, which I liked. I went and seen Twisters in the drive-in. That was a cool experience. I just watched Rebel Ridge, that new action movie on Netflix. It's #1 currently, and it was very good. I went and seen the controversial Matt Walsh film, Am I Racist?, which it was hilarious. I don't care what your beliefs are. That movie is hilarious. I think anybody could go watch that and have a good time, honestly. In my opinion, I thought it was great. But yeah, I've seen quite a few, more than that. Me and my girlfriend watched No Way Up, that new shark movie on Netflix, which was really goofy, but it was like midsummer when we watched that or whenever it came out, and we were just scrolling through, and I said, why not? Let's just watch it. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it definitely was no Jaws, obviously. So let's get into some horror movie news. I just pulled up Joe Blow, which actually, before we get to Joe Blow, horror movie news, Salem's Lot, the new Salem's Lot coming out October 3rd, I believe it is. I cannot wait for that movie. I seen the trailer. It just came out of nowhere. I think actually when I was in the theater, I think it premiered, and it looks amazing. I cannot wait. Salem's Lot is my favorite fiction book by Stephen King. I haven't read him in a while, but I like reading his older stuff. I really don't have any interest in his new stuff that much. I kind of just want to read his classics, what he's known for. You know, I want to go back and read it. I've read Pet Sematary. It was great. Salem's Lot, obviously, my favorite fiction novel. I've read Carrie. So basically those classics I kind of just want to go back and read. I don't really care about reading his entire discography. But this new movie, actually looks pretty good. I think it's going to be a movie. I mean, sometimes they come out with this and it looks like it's going to be a movie and then it's actually a show, but I'm pretty sure this is a movie. It's directed by Gary Doberman, which I don't know what other movies he's done. I don't think any that I know. Oh, he wrote Annabelle. He wrote It 2017. He wrote Annabelle Creation. Okay, he wrote a bunch of Blumhouse movies. The Nun, Annabelle Comes Home. He wrote It Chapter 2. That's cool. The Nun 2. So he's mostly known for a writer. Oh, he directed Annabelle Comes Home. So I've seen some of his stuff. And honestly, all those movies are mediocre to me. Besides It 2017, that was great, I thought. So hopefully this is really good. I love the 70s Salem's Lot, the really long TV movie. It's very, very long, but I like it. I really like that movie. I think it's classic. It's a very, very, very much slow burn, but I don't know if it's your style, you like it, and it's definitely my style. I love classic vampire flicks, and that one is definitely everything I want out of a classic vampire flick. Lewis Pullman is playing Ben Mears, which he was in The Strangers Pray at Night, which I liked. I think it's my favorite Strangers movie, honestly. Have Mackenzie Lay in here. I don't think she was anything that I know of. William Sadler, he was in some Star Trek stuff, it looks like. Shawshank Redemption. Some other people as well, but that comes out October 3rd on Max, which I'll probably watch day one as soon as it comes out, so I can't wait for that. On to Joe Blow. I'm just looking through the horror movie news. Your Monster, Melissa Barrera. That's the girl that got fired off of Scream 7, I believe. She's in a new movie called Your Monster. Looks like a horror movie a horror rom-com musical, which that doesn't entice me at all. I hate musicals. But oh yeah, it says Scream 2022 and Scream 7 star Melissa Barrera, who was fired off Scream 7 when comments she made about the Israel-Hamas war didn't go over well with executives at Spyglass Media, has the lead role in the film Your Monster, a project she had previously described as a horror rom-com musical. Joe Blow's Chris Bunbury had the chance to see the movie at Sundance Film Festival earlier this year and wrote a 6 out of 10 review. Yeah, that doesn't entice me at all, to be honest. I hate musicals. I'm glad that Melissa Barrera is at least doing something. I don't really know the drama with her that much. I didn't read up on it. The whole thing with Scream 7, it seems like they're getting a lot of drama. And honestly, if it's best for the franchise, I think they should just cancel the movie if there's really that much going on with it. Scream is one of those franchises that so far there hasn't really been a bad movie, I wouldn't say. I wasn't a huge fan of Scream 2022 or whatever that first one was, the one that should have been named Scream 5, but it was just named Scream. I wasn't a huge fan of that one, but I wouldn't say it's bad. I liked Scream 6 more than that one. The only other one that some people would say is bad is Scream 3, which I really like. So I just don't want them to mess up that franchise. I feel like if they just keep going, they're eventually going to make a bad one, and I have a fear that Scream 7 is going to be that bad one that just puts a damper on the entire franchise. I don't want them to do that, so I think they should just cancel it, honestly, if it's in best intentions for the franchise. Maybe just come back in a few years with fresh mindsets and fresh characters or fresh actors or something like that. Maybe go for it, but I don't know. I don't like that whole ordeal with Scream 7. It doesn't seem like a good deal for the horror movie fans or Scream fans in that matter. Death Streamer, a new full moon movie, looks like a vampire flick. I never heard of it. Not sure when it comes out. Full Moon founder Charles Band announced that his company was launching a new production label called Pulp Noir, which will focus on edgier, weirder, darker horror and dark fantasy films. They also set up Patreon account where fans can subscribe and show their support. Yeah, blah blah blah. Doesn't look like they have much on the movie. The second pulp noir movie, Death Streamer, is followed close behind a trailer where the film can be seen here. So is it tied into something? Am I missing something here? I don't know. It looks like just a single horror movie. So I don't know. That doesn't look very good to me. I haven't watched the trailer, but just from what the thumbnail I'm looking at, I mean, it looks like a Full Moon production. If that tells you anything. Let's see here. Smile 2. I liked Smile. I thought it was pretty good. My buddy really liked it. Trenton, actually, Ruger. He really liked Smile, so he's very excited for this one. I thought it was pretty good. Definitely one of the better horror movies of last year. And Smile 2. Looks like they dropped a music video, it looks like. I didn't know that. Let's see. Writer-director Parks Flynn's sequel to 2020 horror film Smile is aiming for an October 18th theatrical release. Okay, so there's a date. And in Smile 2 will be following a new lead character, pop star Sky Riley, played by Naomi Scott of Aladdin and Charlie's Angels. A couple of months ago, billboards promoting this previously unheard of pop stars. Started popping up in the Los Angeles and London area, and a Sky Riley fan account appeared on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. Now a month away from Smile 2's release date, the fictional pop star has released a new single called Grieved You. That sounds like a one big troll. Yeah, I'm partly excited for this movie. I'll definitely watch it whenever it comes out. I mean, it'll be middle of October, so I'll definitely be in the mood to watch it. I want to see as much horror movies as I can in October and this month, matter of fact. So that should be pretty good. I mean, a movie like Smile pretty much expected to have a sequel. I mean, from the hype that it grew and the box office that it grew, I pretty much knew there was going to be a Smile 2. I mean, there had to be on a movie like that. I have no reason to believe that it's going to be bad. I mean, not saying the first one was like a masterpiece or something. I thought it was just a pretty good horror flick for new horror. I mean, if you know me, if you're a follower of the channel, I'm not a gigantic fan of horror of the last 20 years. You could even say definitely past 15 years. And I don't know, they just don't have that classic feel to it that I love. But for a newer film, I didn't think Smile was that bad. So I can find enjoyment pretty easily. It doesn't have to be my favorite movie of all time for me to have some enjoyment in it. So I don't know, I have medium expectations for Smile 2. I just think it'll be a fun time. I'm not closely attached to it, so I don't think I'm going to be disappointed either way. Five Nights at Freddy's sequel, we all knew this was coming. I thought the first one was okay. I thought the animatronics were honestly creepy. A lot creepier than I thought they would be. I find them a lot creepier than dolls of any sort. But the movie itself I thought was kind of okay. Obviously there was going to be a sequel because it made millions in the box office. Not much has been said about this sequel. Five Nights at Freddy's sequel will be in production from October through January. That's actually not very. It's not a very long time. Filming continuing through January. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That doesn't seem like a very long time for a film nowadays. Usually it's like films from the 70s that you hear that they made in like 13 days or something crazy like that. But nowadays it's like if they don't get like half a year to film it, it's weird. Video game adaptation Five Nights at Freddy's quickly became Blumhouse Productions' highest grossing movie. So you damn well know it's going to get a sequel. It's Blumhouse's highest grossing movie of the year. can't talk tonight. It's almost 1 in the morning. Reaches theaters and Peacock streaming services back in October, surpasses the likes of Split, The Invisible Man, The Black Phone, Megan, holy crap, and the recent Halloween sequel trilogy, and the Paranormal Activity, Insidious, and Purge franchise with a total of 295 million. Holy wowzer. I didn't know it was that much. So, of course, there's a sequel coming our way, no surprise, aiming for a December 5th, 2025 theatrical release, so we have a long while. Returning cast members Matthew Lillard from Scream, that's pretty cool, recently revealed that filming on Five Nights at Freddy's 2 will begin in October. And now Games Radar has dug up the information that production is scheduled to take place in Louisiana from October 28, 2024 through January 31st, 2025. So that seems more like a scheduling date for a movie like this. I wouldn't say that I'm excited for this movie, honestly. I think it will probably be okay. It'll probably be more aimed towards kids than the first one was, if I had to guess. The first one was already kind of aimed towards kids, but I think this one is going to take it overboard with the kid thing, just because of the audience of the first one, to be honest. I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't know. Not something I'm going to be excited for, really. I seen this just scrolling through the news the other day. The Forest Hills. It's a movie that Shelley Duvall apparently filmed before her recent passing. Rest in peace. The star of The Shining and a lot of others. Annie Hall, and she did a Popeyes movie, I believe, in the 70s or 80s. And it says here it's a werewolf movie, and it's going to reach theaters in October. So I have not watched the trailer. I try to avoid trailers, honestly, nowadays. I feel like trailers nowadays is literally like a small summary of the entire movie. So I tend to avoid them. If anything, I just watch like the little quick snippets that they show in like commercials or something like that, because they're usually what trailers should be. Just show like a little snippet what it's going to be about, maybe, and that's it. I feel like full-on trailers, like on YouTube, show the beginning, middle, and end of a movie, and I hate that. And then they show like the entire, or like all of the important plot points. So I don't like that. Anyway, it says here from Joe Blow, the legendary Shelley Duvall sadly passed away back in July at the age of 75, but not long before she passed, she returned to acting after a 20-year break to take a role in the creature feature, The Forest Hill. And by the way, the creature in question is a werewolf. That movie is now set to reach theaters in the United States and Canada on October 4th. Oh, coming up soon. And with that date right around the corner, the trailer for Forest Hills has arrived online. You can watch it above. Written and directed by Scott Goldberg. Wonder if he's done anything I know. I'm horrible at remembering names, so I have to look up everything. Scott Goldberg. Is my Wi-Fi gonna take a crap on me? Let's see if it's listed down here somewhere. It actually looks pretty cool. The poster alone looks cool. It just shows like a little cabin at night with smoke. It has a very much 80s vibe to it on the trailer. Or not in the trailer, on the poster. Has like the moon in the background. Looks like a classic werewolf movie just from the poster. I'm pretty excited about this movie, honestly. I just found out about it today, and it's excited me much more than a lot of others. Comes out the day after Salem's Lot, so it'll be like this classic creature feature. I'll watch a vampire flick and then go watch a werewolf flick. That'll be sick. So it doesn't look like Scott Goldberg has done anything that I recognize. Looks like he did a horror film in 2004 called Dead End Massacre. Don't recognize it. It looks kind of cool though. So this will be something new for me. Starring Chico Mendez, obviously Shelley Duvall, Edward Furlong, and Dee Wallace. Dee Wallace sounds familiar. I know I've heard that before. I probably sound stupid. He's probably some gigantic actor. But anyway, I'm pretty excited about that one. Classic werewolf flick. I hope Shelley Duvall didn't lose it as far as acting goes. She took a 20-year break, so who knows how good she is in this movie. Hopefully she's great, and it's a good send-off because she was a great actor. I loved her in The Shining. Stanley Kubrick's The Shining is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I absolutely love it, despite how far it goes off of the book. I think Stanley Kubrick took his style and added it perfectly, and I think it was for the betterment of the story. Honestly, I love that original movie, The Shining. Here's On the Black Phone 2. I did like The Black Phone. I wasn't as high on it as most people, just because I'm not a super gigantic fan of like crime thrillers or like kidnapping, stuff like that. I've never been huge into like Criminal Minds or NCIS or shows like that. It's entertaining sometimes, and I thought Black Phone was just that. It was entertaining, but it definitely wasn't my type of horror film. But they are making a Black Phone 2 because the first one made money. Looks like, let's see, do they have a release date for it? October 17th, 2025 release. So we got a while on that one. I don't even know if they've went into production for it. All of the actors are returning for the sequel. It says here, Joe Hill. What Joe Hill? Isn't that Stephen King's son? It says Joe Hill, who wrote the short story on which the film is based. A new sequel would happen as soon as he saw The Mask of the Grabber, the serial killer played by Ethan Hawke. Joe Hill said, as soon as I saw The Mask, which was designed by Tom Savini. Oh, cool. Tom Savini, sorry. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. And Jason Baker. As soon as I saw The Mask, I thought if this film is a hit, there will be a sequel because The Mask is so iconic, Hill said. It's like Freddy Krueger's glove. Okay. I wouldn't go that far. Like Michael Myers' mask. Okay. I don't know about that, but it is a thing where it's the imagery, iconic imagery that haunts people's sleep. I wouldn't say that. The Mask was okay, honestly. And honestly, the movie was based in the 70s, I think. Where did he get that mask? I don't think they made masks like that in the 70s. Anyway, and look, in horror, guys like Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger and Frankenstein and Dracula, none of these guys stay buried. They all claw their way out of the grave for a sequel and then a threequel. That's true, but let's be real. He's none of those guys. He's not that iconic. I mean, he was pretty cool, but not that good. If I'm being blatantly honest. I mean, I wouldn't put him up with Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers and freaking Frankenstein and Dracula. I mean, let's get real here. The Creep tapes. I don't know if you guys have watched the movies, but there are 2 Creep movies. The Creep on Netflix and The Creep 2 on Netflix. I watched them a long time ago. It's been a very long time, but I remember liking the first one. And then I thought the second one was weird, but I thought it was pretty good too. And now apparently there's going to be a TV series. It says the Creep Tapes TV series continuation of the Creep franchise will premiere on Shudder in November. So that could be cool. I did like the character of the Creep. I thought he was actually creepy. And they are kind of like found footage type movies. And I think they used the found footage pretty well in the 2 movies. Some of the best found footage movies I've seen in recent time. Here it says back in 2014, writer-director Patrick Brice and co-writer /star Mark Duplass teamed up. Duplass, I don't know how to say his name. Teamed up with Blumhouse Productions. I did not know it was Blumhouse, to be honest with you. To bring us the found footage horror film Creep, which was also well received. That a sequel appropriately titled Creep 2 followed in 2017. Before Creep 2 was even released, Bryce confirmed that the third film was in development and was meant to wrap everything up as a trilogy, but along the way, the plan changed from making another feature to making a TV series called The Creep Tapes. Now, Deadline has broken the news that the 6-episode series is set to premiere on Shudder and AMC Plus streaming services on November 15th. The series will launch with 2-episode premiere, followed by new episodes releasing weekly on Fridays on both platforms. So that might be something I check out. I mean, the original 2 movies aren't something that I think about all the time. It's just kind of a thing where I see it and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember those weird movies. But I don't know, it could be cool. I haven't had Shudder actually in a while. I had Shudder, and then I stopped watching movies on it, so I got rid of it. And then I seen some stuff that they got, and I got it back. And then I let it run out again because I stopped watching it. So Shudder's just one of those things that I get when I want to watch something it has, and then I just kind of stop watching it. But I might get it for this. It depends on how interested I am in November, to be honest. Maybe I'll review both of the movies on here on the channel, and then I'll watch the TV series. So semi-excited for that one. If it's anything like the first 2 movies, it honestly should be good. I think it should definitely, if it is like the first 2 movies, it should definitely be an October release, because those 2 movies, if I remember rightly, have like amazing fall atmosphere. Like they go outside, and like I said, it's POV, found footage shot, and I just remember a lot of leaves and dead trees and stuff like that, like fall area. So that's weird. I mean, it would fit November as well. I just think October, obviously they'd probably get more hype. But that's really all the horror movie news I have right now. We have a few movies in theaters. We have Beetlejuice, which I've heard mediocre things, honestly, unfortunately. My buddy Trenton went and seen it last night, and he didn't like it very much. He says the character Beetlejuice isn't as funny in this new one, but obviously it's not going to be as good as the first one. Everybody knew that, but it's kind of disappointing that I'm hearing mediocre things already for this one. I'll probably still watch it for sure, but yeah, I'm not going to have as high expectations. Maybe I'll enjoy it more with lower expectations. Speak No Evil is in theaters right now, and I've heard good things about that one. So I'm excited to watch that one. I'll hopefully watch it sometime this week. Might have a review next week if I get to go see it. We'll see on that one. I don't really know anything about it. I didn't watch the original, which I think only came out like 2 or 3 years ago. So it's weird that they already made a remake, if that's what this is. But I've heard good things about it so far. So that's pretty much all I know about Speak No Evil. Round things off, I kind of want to look at Spirit Halloween's new items, because I hopefully am going tomorrow. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, I discovered tonight while I was watching Sunday Night Football that mine has opened, and I had no clue. So tomorrow is my day to myself. It's the day off I get. I'm just home alone, so I'll probably check out Spirit for sure. Even if I don't buy anything yet, I'll definitely at least walk around. I always love to see if they get new mask in. Mask is like my main thing. I like looking at all the other stuff. Like the collectibles are always cool at Spirit. They always get really cool crap. And the decor and all that stuff. But the mask are my jig. I love Halloween masks. But I'm looking on their website now. It looks like they got some horror movie character rubber ducks. They always come out with stuff like this. They have Pennywise, Beetlejuice, Tiffany from Bride of Chucky, and then Chucky. That type of stuff. It's cool to see, but I don't really usually buy that stuff. They have a new Michael Myers plush, which I'm honestly might have to get. That looks pretty cool. Looks like maybe Halloween 2 or the original, one of the two. All these like baby Texas Chainsaw Massacre, baby Pennywise, those were all there last year. I remember Let's go to the mask. What do they got here? I don't want to look too much. I'd rather go there and be surprised, but it looks like they have a new... Oh, they have 2 new masks from the movie Haunt. That's an underrated Halloween movie, honestly. If you guys have not seen Haunt, I believe it came out in 2019. I was late to it. I watched it last year for the first time, and I loved it. This October, if you guys have not seen Haunt, watch Haunt. If you guys remember that old found footage horror movie, The House October Built, the movie Haunt is basically that, but it's not found footage. It's a regular movie, and it's done good. So definitely recommend that one. It's pretty scary, very good Halloween vibes. It's pretty much about this group of friends that are looking for a good haunted house to go to on Halloween night. They stumble upon this spook house, which I can't remember if it's called Haunt or if it's just not called anything. I don't know, but they stumble upon this spook house, and it's all downhill from there. I won't spoil anything. Looks like they have a Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 mask. I don't think that was there last year. I think they had the original one there. That one looks pretty sick, though. I like that one. I need to get me a leather face mask at some point. They have a Terrifier mask, which that was there last year. I remember that one. That's all they're showing for mask for some reason. But I don't want to look at it anymore anyways. I'll probably definitely get the rest of my vintage mask collection. Last year I got the Wolfman. I think they're only like $10 a piece. There's like the little vintage plastic horror mask. But I'll probably get the rest of them. I know there's like Frankenstein, and I think there's a scarecrow, which is pretty cool. I think there's a clown, and there's like the classic black cat mask. So those are pretty cool. I'll probably pick those up this year. That's pretty much all I got for this episode. Like I said, just a reminder, for the channel, movie reviews. I'll be catching up on 2024 horror movies a little bit, while also adding one of the franchises, either Paranormal Activity or something else, maybe Poltergeist or something. I'm leaning towards Paranormal Activity, but it could change at any second. This week is probably just going to be 2024 horror movies, and then starting next week, I'm going to have a franchise chose, and I will start it. October is obviously dedicated to the Halloween franchise. I cannot wait for that. I can't wait to go through each movie. It's my favorite franchise of all time. Can't wait for October. It's going to be great. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this random episode. Hopefully I'm more consistent with these and I can start planning them better. This whole episode was literally planned 5 minutes before I clicked record, so that's why it's only 39 minutes long or 40 minutes long. And it's kind of just everywhere. I just went through a little bit of horror movie news and whatnot. So if I'm more consistent with these, I'll start planning them better and treating them more like a job, even though I'll never make money on it. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.